G'day punters, I'm Mark Duclos. Welcome along to our week in review here at thedogs.com.au in Greyhound Racing New South Wales. We've had a bumper week on the track. First up, we head back to Richmond on Friday night where we had heats of the Group 2 Derby and Oaks Series. There were 3 qualifiers for the boys, with the winners being It's a Rush in 30 and 63 and Incapacitated in 30 and 56, while Avalanche for Jason McKay blew his rivals away when clocking a sensational 30 and 07 from the rails alley.
Racing. Wow, got away cleanly. Avalanche flew out. Avalanche is striding to a clear lead. Wow's going to second. Utah Express back on the inside. Wanted to get wide. Then 4-5 Rowdy Roddy. They'll follow up by Rhyme Nor Reason. Well back Zambora 10. Midnight Escape at the tail. Avalanche on the top corner. Had it by 3. Wow struggling to pick him up. 4 away Utah Express turning Avalanche in full cry. Going away from Wow. Avalanche wins. Avalanche 2.5 Wow.
Pretty impressive.
How long's the dog been with you guys?
4 months. He's had a lot of problems and the patience was the key to it. And we found what it was and we've helped him and it's come to this tonight.
Was this always going to be a target race? As you said, he's been there 4 months, finally got right. So was the Derby going to be a target race for him?
Nah. We trialled him here on Tuesday. He flew and we sort of if and but because he's not actually fit enough for it. So we sort of said to ourselves, we'll just put him in and he come up with the red, so 100% will be better for next week.
The $40,000 to the winner final will see Avalanche wear the black rug. Wow comes up with box 2, whilst the vastly improved It's a Rush has drawn the coveted Rails Alley for trainer Jared Bowe. The 4 heats of the Oaks Series drew some top-class chasers, and trainer David Smith's great run continued when Super Estrella scored in 30 and 49. Zest to Excel scored a narrow victory in 30 and 53. Crazy Cool registered 30 and 59, while the Kerry Drynan trained Curious Motion set the time standard when she recorded a fast 30 and 38, surprisingly leading all the way from box 6.
Racing. Mia began quickly. Curious Motion flew out. Curious Motion is going to go to the lead. Over Surprise Baby driving through to second. Then Mia, How Not To, Aston Reward. A gap to Sneaky Marquee, Webleck Pearl. Candy Carrera can see them all. They're on the top bend. Curious Motion led by 5 to Surprise Baby. Followed up by How Not To. Mia swinging. It's all Curious Motion. Curious Motion wins easily.
You were shaking your head after the race, more so at the time or the way that she jumped?
Just the way she flew out and led like that. I mean, these are all good bitches and, you know, like obviously I didn't give myself a chance at all. So to see her out in front was, pretty amazing.
You said you didn't give yourself a chance, but once she did jump and she was in front, she was always going to be hard to run down.
I guess so. You know, she always gets to the line very well at Wentworth Park, so I guess she's got a little bit of strength there. She was very fresh this week, so she's pretty much on the lead all week. Last week she hadn't been here, you know, I mean obviously she's been here but not over 500, so she was really on her toes in the stirrup, so yeah.
Zest to Excel draws the Rails Alley again as she looks to avenge her defeat in this race last year. The Kennel Mates, Super Estrella and Ice Cream Story draw squeeze boxes, whilst Curious Motion will exit the extreme outside alley in search of her first feature race victory. At the Meadows on Saturday night, our chasers were represented in the Group 1 Superstayers by Sunset Burbsky and the Mark Gatt prepared Stanley Road, who wore the pink rug.
Then came Here's Tears third, going around the outside of Houdini Boy, followed by Stanley Road. Sunset Bursky back at the tail, well back as Sir Truculent. In country with Pelver and Stanley Road, a lap to go. Zach Manelli bowling on in the lead, takes them to the back straight, 5-6 clear. Run Like Jess second, 3 lengths away, then came Sir Truculent third. Over on the inside there, Stanley Road, 4 or 5 lengths away, then came Pelver. Here's Tears, Sunset Bursky at the tail. Coming up the back straight, Zach Manelli led by 4 lengths. Run Like Jess over on the outside there, Stanley Road is finishing well, followed by Sir Truculent and weaving home between the Sunset Burbsky from well back. Stanley Road raced up, took the lead, and it's Stanley Road for the fair to bail. Second, Sir Truculent. Third is Sunset Burbsky.
And on Sunday evening, the racing spotlight turned to Temora in the Riverina, where we had 4 heats of the Ladbrokes Temora Cup staged. Jody and Andy Lord had a night to remember and have qualified 5 of the 8 runners in the final. Mr. Ticker set the benchmark on the timepiece when he bolted home in a flying 25.62 in the first heat.
Third exit, Nangar April 3 wide. Mr. Ticket rushes up the inside. He's got all the green singles thus far and he's ended up in front past the 300 boxes. Well back was Stormy Grant, then Pyramid Express. But Mr. Ticket, well, he had a bit of luck in his heat, but he's going to dash clear and he's going to win by about 6. He's basically wiped the floor.
Mr. Ticket draws awkwardly in box 6 for the $15,000 to the winner final and will face stiff opposition from the classy Winlock on top and Fire Legend. You only have until March the 31st to nominate your pups for the 2021 Gold Muzzle National Puppy Sale. This sale is open to greyhounds whelp between June the 1st, 2020 and January 31, 2021 inclusive, with a $110 first nomination fee. Don't forget there will be 2 Gold Muzzle Race Series staged in 2022 for pups sold or bought back through this sale, with the feature being a $40,000 to the winner series at Wentworth Park. And for further information and for the nomination forms, head to the website at www.goldmuzzle.com.au. And while it may have just been another stock standard Monday night meeting at Maitland, there were plenty of greyhound fans tuning in as the Group 1 Megastar winner Flying Ricardo was having his first start since suffering a hairline fracture of his hock. Whatever doubts punters or connections had were dispelled at box rise when he flew out and then proceeded to show all his customary class.
Over Finafuiaki, Kipling and Lenray Bonus back to last. Off the back, Flying Ricardo the leader, led by 3.5 over Finafuiaki. 5 lengths away, Kipling, similar margin, Lenray Bonus to the bend. And it's Flying Ricardo, straightening 6 lengths clear over Finafuiaki and then Kipling. But Flying Ricardo racing clear. Flying Ricardo wins over Finafuiaki, Kipling and Lenray Bonus.
The time of 24.63 was just a length outside the track record. And hopefully we'll see this brilliant speedster contest the Group 1 Golden Easter Egg Heats, which will be staged at Wentworth Park on Saturday, March the 20th. And that's all we have in this week's edition. Don't forget, for all the latest news, fields, form and video previews, just head to thedogs.com.au where you can watch every New South Wales greyhound race live and free. I'll see you next week.